Hey everyone, Dom here from the Highland Players community, coming to you from Kitapawan City, Philippines. Today I'm very excited to give you a walkthrough of something that's going on, our brand new Highland Players deck builder. This is the site that you're looking at. One quick note, this is currently in beta, which means it's completely free for anyone to use, and also we'd love to hear your feedback to help us make it even better. Now, about the tool, before we dive in, I just wanted to give you a huge shout out to our very own Brian Dekipa. He's a talented software engineer behind this. The one who brought this to life, and for the community as well. Also, whether you're a casual player or a tournament organizer, this tool is really designed with you in mind. What is this deck builder? It's a web-based platform that lets you build, save, and manage your Beyblade deck online. You can easily select parts from your drop-down menus, organize your combinations, and even export them into a nifty image right here. And if you're playing with a deck format rules, in our community we have 4 formats that rotates each month. We have a 4G limited format. We also have a 4G limited band. 4G band format. We also have 3G limited. Also, you'll be able to use this deck builder on all those formats that we currently have, and it's specifically designed for that. Especially with a point system, where on a 3G you're limited to 19 points here, if I'm not mistaken, and also on a 4G format you'll be limited into a 25-point system. Now, the best way for me to go about the walkthrough here is to actually replicate a deck that I created from one of our most recent tournaments. I still have the challenge here. This is me. I managed to get 3rd place with this deck build, but unfortunately I did not make it through the first round of the pods. I'll try to recreate that. This is a 4G limited band format. I think I had a hover wyvern during that tournament. Let's go ahead and select US lines. First and foremost, you're going to be asked what type of Beyblade or blade you have in line, on hand rather, whether it's a basic line, unique line, custom line, or we're trying to build on an X-Over project. Unique line, that's where the Hasbro Hover Wyvern is located. It's just 2 points. Right now it's still very cheap, even though we all know that it's super hyped as a meta breaker. I use a 560 ratchet just for the balance itself, and also selected kick, which has a good amount of defense and also stamina. While you're building the deck, once you're done with your first combo, you'll see the points right away here on the left hand side, also on the right hand side, which is more of a summary. You also see that 2 points there. And also you'll have this range here, which tells you whether it's a defense focus type combo that you created, attack type, balance, endurance, and next dash. It also gives you those attributes so that you can somehow predict how your Beyblade will perform. Next blade that I used, I went with a Scorpio Spear, and then I selected a 960 ratchet and also a wedge bit. I have the shark edge here. I have shark edge, and I placed it with a cheap ratchet, which is a 261, 63, 662, 60. I selected zap as a bit. Zap here is a very cheap bit, only 1 point. And I learned the lesson the hard way when I actually used this combo last time around. So with Zap, you only get 1 to 2 really good hits. After that, if it doesn't burst or if it doesn't pocket or throws the opposing Beyblade to the streamline, you're pretty much done for because the stamina just loses out right away. And lastly, I selected Tyranno Beat here. As you can see, I only had 5 points left. I didn't make a good decision when I was building this Beyblade. I had to select very cheaply pointed ratchets, and also it's here. Tyranno Beat right now in our scoring system is just 2 points. By the way, if you're wondering where we're getting the pointing system, this is a combination of data that we scrape from the WBO results, and also a little bit of deliberation that happens side. So we select the top performing Beyblades, top performing combos, and nerf them or buff them as appropriate. Now, at this point, I think I selected a 480 ratchet, but when I used this last week, or the week before last, this wasn't 0 points, 0 point at that time. This had at least 1 point on it, but I am happy that they nerfed it and converted it to 0. So it's now a lot more cheaper to create this combo. So Tyranno Beat 480, 1 point. I think the point is the balance. Okay, so there we go. Tyranno Beat 480, 1 point, 2 points. So you can see it's 24 points just because 480 had at least 1 point last week. But yeah, happy to know that this one is nerfed. So let's say I select a 2 point here. It goes over the pointing system. So you'll see that it turns red, indicating that this combination is not good. So you won't be able to submit this for your entry. So I'll go ahead and select a different one. So that's my combination. Pretty sure there's a lot of improvement I could do for this deck build. You can definitely see the imbalance there with the Hover Wyvern and also the Scorpio Spear reaching 8 and 7, and just really spending cheaper parts on the last 2 Beyblades that I have. So that's the deck builder in action. So I'm just realizing right now that I don't have the buttons to actually submit the deck that I created to our tournament organizer, and that's because a different link will be sent out. Or is being used rather, in order for us to submit the different entries that we have here to the tournament organizer. And if you guys if you're watching this and you are a tournament organizer, and if you want that function where you can give this link out to different players in your community and have them just build their decks here and submit it over to you for easy registration, feel free to reach out to Braille. I will link down our Discord community channel right at the description down below, so feel free to reach out to Braille through that link. Also, right here you'll be able to, so if you have 2 entries, which is pretty common nowadays, if you have 2 entries, you can still select, you can use this deck builder here, and also it's going to be very helpful because it automatically detects the points, and also if you are using, or it's not really going to, it detects repeating parts, so it will not even allow you to select part that has already been used in one of the combinations that are present here. So for example, so Beyblade 5 on a 4G, so this is where you select either 4G, 5G, or 3G. So the 5th Beyblade here is the first Beyblade on your next combo, on your second deck. I can't quite remember what I used. I'm probably just gonna guess here. I think I used a Silver Wolf on 080 Hexa here, right there. Let's see if I can still remember. Yes, I'm totally blanking out right now. Now I remember, I think I had 2 CX blades I used. So first one had a Tran Brave. I used a turn on a 160. I'm pretty sure it was a 160 low rush. So as you can see here, the CX blades are pretty cheap, so you can get away with just 1 point. And also I used a Wizard Arc on a bumper, and I think I used a 360 here. No, sorry, I think I used a 360 here. I used a 360 ratchet here, and also a level bit, and this is where it placed the 160 and also low rush combination. I think I remember my last build. I'm pretty sure it was a troll one. I think I went with a Samurai Saber. I went with a Samurai Saber on a pretty tall ratchet. I think it was a 980, just 1 point, and then a taper. There we go. So that's my entire deck right here. So you can see the deck builder is very helpful in making sure that we don't have any repeating parts for your build. You do have the option to remove that if your tournament organizer allows you to do so for your specific formats, for your community points, if you're not using a point system during that week. Let me know what you think about the deck I've built here. If you have any suggestions, I could probably fit what I made here. I'd be welcome to hear them out. But yes, for the results, this is as far as this deck actually went. So 3rd place during the Swiss format, my first deck. Well, this is actually technically my second deck. Almost made it to the top cut, but oh well, not really. It's way too far, sitting at the 13th place. So managed to bag in 3 wins and 2 losses right here, and then 4 wins and 1 loss for my other deck. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't make it past through the second round here. So yeah, we'll continue to improve the builds that we have. Again, if you have any suggestions, feel free to bring them in. Also, again, since this is a beta, so again, since this is still in beta, so we expect a few rough edges. Also, if you spot any bugs, have any suggestions, or just want to tell us what you love, you can feel free to join us on our Discord channel. The feedback link is in the description, or the Discord link is in the description. So we are building this together by the community. So give it a spin. Whether you are prepping for your next match or just having fun with build, the Highland Bladers deck builder is ready for you. Don't forget to like, share, and join our Discord to be part of the development and growth. And thanks, Bryle, to all the Bladers out there too. Let it rip. And I'll see you on the next video.